Welcome back to the Grind Time Shop. We just got a package, a surprise mystery package from our good friends over at RYONET, okay? And I don't really know what this is, but I think I have some form of an idea. Let's bust it open and find out. So, like I said, we recently got this box in from our good friends over at RYONET, and I was not expecting it. It was kind of one of those things where I was here at the shop, they showed up, UPS dropped it off, and I looked at it and said, I haven't ordered anything from screenprinting.com recently, and then I saw all these question marks, and then I saw this right here. And,
there was nothing there. It's blank.
This right here.
There we go.
So, elevate your darkroom. I kind of had an idea of what this might be because I keep up with what they have going on and what they're kind of trying to launch soon. So, we're going to go ahead and bust this thing open, see kind of exactly what it is. As soon as I opened it up, I kind of was like, oh, you know what? This is better for a video. Let's save it. So, we're going to bust this thing open. We're going to see exactly what's inside that's going to help us elevate our darkroom from our good friends over at RYONET and screenprinting.com. We're going to head on into the studio and we're going to check this thing out. Alright, so I'm itching with anticipation on what exactly we're going to find inside this thing. So we've knocked out the podcast for the day. Let's go ahead and find out. Oh, we have cardboard packing stuff. Yeah. Thank you to our good friends at RYONET. Alright, let's see. Ooh, I like this.
Oh, what's that?
I like this.
Read that.
We see you. You're a shop that prides itself on quality work. That's why you've been selected for a sneak peek into BASELAYR. The BASELAYR series of emulsion provides high-quality results that printers can rely on every time. We want you to put it to the test in your darkroom on us. If you like it, tell a friend. If you really like it, use code ElevateMyDarkroom to purchase it at screenprinting.com. BASELAYR. Let's take a look at what's going on with some BASELAYR, right?
Yeah.
Okay. A nice little box down here in the bottom.
Oh, some stickers.
Oh, a sick little BASELAYR sticker. There's some literature down here, but I don't know if it is on the yeah.
Oh, okay.
And some technical data. Okay. Alright, so let's elevate your darkroom. Cool.
I think they want us to print something with that on it.
I think we might have to. BASELAYR, long-lasting emulsion. This is with the diazo.
So we got the pink one?
Yes.
Bust it open. Let's look at it.
So, we've never actually used a diazo, I don't even know if I'm saying that word right,
yeah.
Emulsion, but I'm interested to actually check this out. So, this is supposed to be a longer lasting, high performance, high solid dual cure emulsion. It was created for screen printers who are new to screen printing, which we're not so new to it, but don't have an LED exposure unit, which is one of the other things this emulsion was created for. We are still using, in fact, a UV exposure table on the Lawson. So we're going to actually bust this thing open. We need to put some emulsion on some screens, so we're going to figure out how to mix this diazo in, put this on some screens, and then we're going to go ahead and burn some screens tomorrow. Yep. And we'll take a look at what they actually look like. In fact, I think it makes the most sense to burn this bad bitty right here, am I right?
Yeah.
Let's elevate our darkroom, right?
Yeah.
Big thanks to our friends over at RYONET. Let's put it to the test, and let's see if BASELAYR can help us elevate our darkroom. Sucks, that fell right there. So, something I did not realize, because we've never worked with emulsion with diazo before, we need some distilled water, which is something that we just don't keep around the shop all the time. So we're going to have to head out, get some distilled water, we're going to come back in, we're going to mix everything up, and we're going to get these emulsion on the screens, and then we'll let them dry overnight. We'll put this killer elevate your darkroom design onto a screen, and we'll see if BASELAYR can actually help us elevate our darkroom. So let's head out and let's go get some distilled water right about now. Yo, so we're back at the Grind Time shop. We picked up a gallon of some distilled water, which I was not aware we needed, but you know, that's okay. we have it now. We have our diazo, I think I'm saying that correctly. We have our base layer emulsion. Now, we were gonna just mix this up and go right on into this thing, but another thing that we did not know about diazo emulsions, it's actually going to create a lot of air bubbles when we mix this with diazo in, so we're going to need to let this emulsion sit for about a couple hours before we actually come in and apply it to screen. We're going to want to put 50 to 75% filled in this bottle with this distilled water. Shake this thing up until this powder completely dissolves. We're gonna add it into here. We're gonna stir hard for a few minutes, and then we're gonna let this thing sit for a few hours. We're gonna come back, put it on some screens, and then we'll be coming in tomorrow, burning some things and putting this stuff to the test. So if you're ready to see base layer emulsion, let's see it.
When you become one.
Recommends letting this stuff sit after you mix in the diazo for at least a couple hours. We'll come back and we'll put this stuff on some screens. So we got about a half a dozen of these things coated up with this base layer emulsion. It is in the drying rack. We're going to kick the fans on, and tomorrow we're going to come in. We're going to see how these things burn. We're going to try and print some shirts with them, and then we're going to wash them out. We're going to let you know from start to finish what we think about base layer emulsion and if it's going to help you elevate your darkroom. So stay tuned. We're coming back tomorrow with more.
Alright guys, so now that we have our screens coated with the emulsion, we got, the table all set up. We're going to go ahead and go get one of the screens, test it out. We typically burn on our regular emulsion for about 30 seconds with our Lawson table. It's not LED, it's UV, and the 30 seconds works really good for us, so we're going to stick with what we know, what we've been doing, and we're going to try that method and kind of go from there. Today we're going to put it on a 155 mesh screen and just kind of see how it goes. So let's go get a screen. Alright, we got this thing burned. Let's go see how it washes out.
Alright, so we noticed something different about this emulsion than what we're used to. With the diazo emulsion, it looks like it does take a little bit longer to expose on the UV table than what we're used to. So the first screen at 30 seconds did not work out at all. Most of the emulsion on the entire screen washed out. It turned out really bad, in fact. Now, we blasted at it, okay? It wasn't like this from the get-go, but a lot of the transparency kind of showed up through it. It didn't seem like it actually got a chance for the emulsion to really expose. You can see this still was pretty soft and wiping away. So we ended up going back to the drawing board, looking at the literature a little bit and finding out that this stuff is recommended on a lot of tables for close to 2 minutes and 30 seconds. So we bumped it up to 2 minutes and 30 seconds, and bada bing, bada boom. This thing looks great. Washed out flawlessly, super easy. I mean, one swipe, 5 to 6 seconds, and it was out, ready to go. Dried pretty quick outside in the sun. We're gonna now take this bad boy, we're gonna print it on some shirts, and then we're gonna wash this thing out and see how it washes out. And we're gonna let y'all know, finally, what we really think of base layer emulsion, because it seems pretty cool so far. Alright, seems pretty good if you're looking for a good emulsion. So let's see how this stuff holds up and how it prints right about now.
Alright, so We got our screen. Final test. Let's get it in the dunk tank. We're gonna let it sit for about 5-10 minutes. Let it try to break up some of that ink and emulsion. And we're gonna wash this bitty out and see what happens. Stay tuned.
Alright, so after a final rinse and degrease, that looks spick and span, bro.
Pretty good.
Easy washout, easy clean out, 10 minutes in the dip tank, a little bit of elbow grease and it's out, huh?
Yeah, like it should.
Well, hey, well let's take it back into the studio and let's go ahead and wrap up our feelings on BASELAYR. Alright, y'all, so I think as you can see, BASELAYR Emulsion's got to get the 2 thumbs up, you know what I'm saying? I mean, incredible. Big thanks again to our friends over at RYONET and screenprinting.com. It was interesting and different to get to work with a diazo emulsion, something we haven't done before, and honestly, we're going to keep this stuff on the shelf. I mean, you know, when we need it, we'll use it, and it's a great emulsion. We love the pink color. As far as printing, seemed to work great. Washout on after the initial burn was incredibly fast. The halftones held up super well. The dialing in the exposure time, something you're going to have to work out for your particular setup. I suggest again, picking yourself up an emulsion calculator over at screenprinting.com or anywhere else. But big thanks again to our friends over at RYONET for sending us over this quart of BASELAYR emulsion and helping us try to elevate our darkroom. Thank y'all again for tuning in to the Grind Time Shop. We appreciate you stopping by. As always, if you made it all the way to the end, make sure to smash the mess out of that subscribe button. Go ahead and leave a like on the video, share it with your friends, and let us know what you would like to see reviewed in the future here on the Grind Time channel. But from the Grind Time Shop to wherever you are, we hope you have a wonderful day, and we'll see y'all soon. Big thanks to the RYONET crew again, and peace. We out, y'all.